You already know what it is. Great Man of God Media TV back with another reaction video. Shout out to Arlette. She is the standard when it comes to these pop the balloon or find love shows. I know everybody's talking about, oh, well, Arlette's not the first. Yeah, that's not the point. She's the first to have the mature, upscale, more professional setting for these pop the balloon or find love YouTube series, which potentially she could get a TV deal. I could see this stuff on Netflix, etc. But yeah, she is the standard because there's a lot of people out there that are copying her to a T, to the way the show is shot and filmed, right? To having the follow-up with the couples that match. People are, including myself, are very intrigued with the storyline after a couple matches. They want to know if they went on a date. They want to know all the stuff that went down, etc., etc., etc. So like I said, shout out to Arlette. She is the standard. And we're about to react to the season 1 reunion episode. She is, again, steps ahead of her, let's say, her copycats, her doppelgangers out there that try to mimic her show. I bet you somebody else is going to come up with a reunion show for their first season, just like Arlette. But Arlette is, she is steps ahead. It's chess, not checkers, with her and her husband and the production team. Shout out to them. Very professional. So let's get it popping with this reaction. Okay, that's what's up. Season 1 reunion. Okay, I don't know. I don't remember her. I remember that guy. Okay, I remember her. Okay. Oh, my man got the briefcase still. I guess that's his signature thing right there. Remember her. The dude still got the shade. Remember him? Oh yeah, remember her. She had to follow up, and everybody thought she was stuck up. Oh, my man came with the casual stuff. Okay, that's what's up. Remember her? She got matched up with that singer dude. There go Terrence. Shout out to Terrence and the Short Kings. I don't remember her, honestly. I don't. Okay. There go Arlette. Looking so sophisticated as always. Shout out to Arlette, the standard to these shows.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's your host, Arlette, and we are here today with our very first season 1 Pop the Balloon or Find Love reunion. All right, so before we get started with anything, because we got a lot of juicy topics to hit, I know y'all already.
I'm glad they pitched the mic.
We are going to go ahead and bring out someone who is near and dear to my heart, my own husband, the producer of the show.
There we go. That's what's up.
Welcome to the very first reunion of Pop the Balloon and Find Love with Arlette Amuli. Now this season has been a great one. I just wanted to say a few things before we started. First of all, I want to say thank you to Jesus Christ for blessing us with everything. Thank you, God, for giving us the courage to keep going, to keep doing what we're doing.
My man got an accent too. That's what's up.
Amen.
Now I want to thank my beautiful, beautiful wife, Arlette. She has done a phenomenal job. She has been absolutely amazing. She surprises me every day, and she's just great at what she does. As you can see, the way that she presents the show, the way that she asks questions, and the way that she's in the middle, she's never taking any sides. She is absolutely wonderful. She's a great mother to our beautiful daughter, Nyla. Hi, Mama, if you see us.
That's what's up.
And I just cannot ask for anything more from her. She's just delivering the show fantastically. So great. And,
that is
I'm pretty
what's
sure
up.
Everyone that's watching at home sees the type of talent that she has and how much people follow her because of her great hosting skills. So I want to give a round of applause for her because she's done an absolutely amazing job.
I love seeing that. That's what's up.
Next, I want to thank everyone that's came on the show. So everybody that's came on the show, even the people that's not here, all the contestants that came on the show to come to the studio with the cameras, facing people that you never met, being put on the spot, it's not an easy thing. So I want to say thank you to everyone for coming here, trying to find love on Pop the Balloon and find love with Arlette and Amuli. It has been a great experience for a lot of you, and I know that some people have found love, and of the ones that haven't, we will always try again.
Absolutely.
But you will find love one day, for sure.
Absolutely.
Next, I want to say thank you to my team, my production team, everyone here that sets up the studio. I want to thank Dan for helping us set up for the studio and the lighting. Everything that we do here is hard work, you know, from the recruiting to filming to the editing. And, you know, it's something that is not easy to do.
100%.
The fact that we have a formula now. We now know what goes where and how we do stuff. So it's amazing to see the team growing as it's growing. So I want to say thank you to my whole team.
Absolutely.
Next up, I want to say thank you to everyone that reacts to our videos, even if it's on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, wherever. Thank you. We see you, and we definitely appreciate your time and effort. So thank you. And I also want to say thank you to everybody that watches the show, everybody that comments, everybody that likes, that shares, that goes and, you know, talks to people about the show. People will be messaging us that they have conversations about the show, you know, when they're eating dinner, or, you know, when they just their friends come over. So it's amazing to see that the people that are following us, you know, are tuned in to our episodes. So thank you all so much for watching this show.
Shout out to the imitators too. Imitation is the highest form of flattery. Like I said, shout out to Arlette, Amuli, her husband. You guys have set the standard for these type of shows when it comes to Pop the Balloon or Find Love. You guys have set the standard. And I hope you guys get a TV deal on Netflix, Hulu, or something. But, you know, I definitely see, and many other people see, big, huge things going in your favor. So shout out. Much respect.
We are very grateful for your time that you put in to support our show. So thank you for all the support. Let's have a round of applause to the people.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Love that.
Now, obviously, we've seen that the channel has gone over 100,000 subscribers, which is amazing.
Yep.
And YouTube did send us our plaque. So I think this is the best time to present it to my wife.
That's what's up.
Hey. Yes, this.
That's what's up.
All right, well, thank you so much for those amazing words to my wonderful husband. Let's go ahead and give it up for him one more time. And just to go ahead and show you guys how amazing season 1 went, here's a little recap.
Okay.
Respect I just want a man with a higher vocabulary, which you don't have.
First, you're short, and I'm a tall girl. I like 6 foot and up. 2, I don't do dreads.
If you were to go ahead and take her out on a date, where would you take her? What would be your first date?
To be honest, either like a rooftop. I'm big on like sunset type of views, but
the rooftop shit.
So I seen it and I was like, she not gonna take my coconut oil regimen seriously.
I love that.
That really throw me off, the Willy Wonka thing. I don't really like it like that. I like the I like the dress.
The back of your head is ridiculous, sir.
Oh
it's
my God! Tit for tat. Tit for tat.
You need a hat. I'll be honest with you.
Tit for tat. Y'all can't take constructive criticism, but
okay,
hey,
so
he ain't have to name call you either.
As we saw on the show,
it is what it is.
You were telling our very own Terrence that he's not your type. There was a few other reasons of what you listed, but electrician was the one that stuck to a lot of people.
Okay, because that's what he is.
Right. So let's go ahead and take a look at the clip, and let's see how that situation went down.
First, you're short, and I'm a tall girl. I like 6 foot and up.
Okay.
2, I don't do dreads. And then your electrician, I'm thinking about businessman, doctor, lawyer, because I'm trying to find a man who could provide for my kids and provide for me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, I definitely wouldn't talk to you though. No,
it's okay.
Yeah.
So just the attitude.
Yeah, she's not that cute either. So.
Oh.
Okay.
I forgot about that. Damn. You calling somebody ugly? I thought y'all motherfuckers was rooting for Terrence. I forgot that he said that. That's not good. You're not that cute either, but I got to get the full context and rewatch that episode to see why he said that. But that's not a good look for you to name call somebody. You know, that's not a good look, brother.
So, Sergeant, just to follow up, how is it?
Yeah.
How's dating so far going? Have you found that doctor or lawyer yet, girl?
A few.
Oh.
The thing is, I feel like once you are confident and you know what you want, you attract what you want. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I don't want to just be with someone just to be with someone. I want a real relationship. I want to like get married, have kids. And I want a partner that's reliable. And like growing up in an African household, there's
you're dating with intention, of course. Dating with intention. That's what it's all about. Have full intention.
Certain jobs where are respected and certain jobs that are not. You know, and even though I might respect it, they might not. So I'm like, okay, if I bring this guy home, what are they gonna say? I know my family don't like dreads. They don't like a person who's working at 7-Eleven. They like a guy who's like, they want to brag about someone. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm in the healthcare field. I wanna like marry a doctor or a lawyer who will understand that I'm working those long hours. He wouldn't like complain. But another guy would not understand because he's not in the same shoes. It might take him a little more time for him to, you know, get what I'm saying. So that's what.
Be careful. Now I saw. Let's rewind that. Let's rewind that. Cause I see the sister in red's expression. She wasn't feeling that comment.
Growing up in an African household, there's certain jobs where
African. See, there's a lot of Africans out there in Arizona too, man. Shout out to the Nigerians and the Ethiopians and every country, man. Shout out to them in Africa, bro. I definitely gotta, visit the motherland sooner than later.
Are respected and certain jobs that are not. You know, and even though I might respect it, they might not. So I'm like, okay, if I bring this guy home, what are they gonna say? I know my family don't like dreads. They don't like a person who's working at 7-Eleven. They like a guy who's like, they want to brag about someone. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm in the healthcare field. I wanna like.
Sound like your family is very superficial. I hope that's not representing all African families. Hopefully that represents your family. But the way you're describing everything sounds very superficial. But let's keep it going.
Marry a doctor or a lawyer.
Now, why they got to be a doctor or a lawyer? That's the first question. And her rationale was because she's in the same field. Okay. We'll see if they're gonna be checking for you like that, but we'll see.
Will understand that I'm working those long hours. He wouldn't like complain. But another guy would not understand because he's not in the same shoes.
Just because they're in the same field and they see that you're working long hours, that don't mean that they still don't want you at home to do the things that you need to do as a wife, right? Your wifely duties, right? To cook, to clean, to do all the things that's necessary to withstand the household as the husband helpmate, right? Just because y'all in the same industry don't mean that he's going to actually tolerate you working those long hours. He'll understand. There is a difference between tolerating and understanding. All right?
Take him a little more time for him to,
see that? She don't like that answer.
So that's why I said what I said.
She don't like that answer.
Kind of just to
that answer was kind of questionable. You better say something.
Would it be bad if a doctor had dreads, or can you go more into like maybe the prejudice?
Basically, I don't know what's the deal. Most like growing up in an African household, we don't like dreads. I don't know why. So
first of all, it's not perfect. Exactly. I was going to say that it's not called dreads. You're ignorant. It's called locks. Okay, you refer to them as locks. There's a whole history as why it should not be called quote unquote dreads. It is locks. There is a negative connotation when you say the word dreads. Very negative connotation. Stop saying dreads, say locks. But what you're talking about is extremely not only superficial, it exposes your stereotype as well as your family stereotype of quote unquote dreads. Right? And you're shooting yourself short. Because there's plenty of doctors, black doctors, I can say, that have locks, that you're going to overlook them because you have this built-in stereotype that you think they may have, according to you and your family. It's not like you just brainwashed, but let's keep going.
Yeah, locks or whatever.
I mean,
exactly. So I never knew why they don't like it, but they don't for some reason. And like, I don't know because I remember when I was 18, this one guy wanted to marry me, and my dad was like, okay, he has dreads. Like they associated to something.
It's the madman on the street.
Exactly. So as a child.
So do you get to know the person? Do you and your family get to know the person and ask them about how they are, their morals, their values, who they are as a person, what they're trying to accomplish 5 to 10 years from now, right? Generational wealth. Are you having these topic of conversations of a guy that has quote unquote dreads? Or are you just going to bypass them because you have a built-in stereotype about their hairstyle?
I learned that, and I was like,
sense.
okay, ooh, I might like him, but he has dreads, and my family might not accept him. You know.
Watch out, we
want to
men.
say like you might want to open your mind up because that's like go the line of like people look at you just because you black and just be like, oh yeah, she's like all the other black girls. So you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like judging. Exactly. You don't want to be doing that, and you kind of want to keep an open minded too, because you saying you want a doctor. A doctor can lose his own hand. He can't use his hand no more, and now you got to take care of that if that's what you want to do. Like you can't look at what they do. You want to try to find them from the inside.
Exactly.
Would anyone be with? You have to get
exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. Superficial qualities that you're looking for. A doctor, right? He doesn't have dreads. I didn't see nothing about his moral compass. You didn't say nothing about his moral compass, his morals, his values, what he believes in, his discipline, right? His strategy, right? In terms of what he's trying to accomplish 5, 10 years from now, his goals in life. I didn't hear all I heard was superficial shit. Locks or dreads. He can't have locks or dreads, and he's got to be a doctor or a lawyer.
Get ready, because let's say you pick this perfect person, there'll still something go wrong. Yeah, I know that.
That's life.
But like, I know what I can handle and what I cannot. This is what I have studied throughout my years of like dating. I was like, okay, this works, this does not work. And the thing is, this is what I like. You don't have to like what I like. Oh, yeah, you can like whatever you like, but this is what I prefer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I kind of want to know. You say like my family this, my family that.
Right.
Me being a person who I value what my family says, but at the end of the day, I'm living my life. So is this what you think about these things, or is that?
That's a great question.
That girl looks so different.
Just a family thing.
I remember her.
No, I never thought about that. I feel like
you never thought about it for yourself, or you
because the thing is, it's like background, right? It's also like culture. It's just something that's ingrained in you where you can't really like separate the two. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you become now because it's what you grew up with knowing. Like when you grew up knowing, okay, this is right, this is wrong. And then someone else tells you, no, this is right, this is wrong. But you're so used to seeing that this is actually right, this is actually wrong.
Have you developed what you feel is right and wrong for yourself?
Thank you.
The thing is, that's my, like, I know what's right and wrong, but that's like what I've been told or like taught becomes me. And then
but you're brainwashed. It's just simple. You are brainwashed. You are indoctrinated by your family's belief system, and you haven't been able to separate that with your own identity because you're basically regurgitating their thoughts. They have poisoned and infiltrated and indoctrinated your mind, your thought process of how you perceive your mate to be. And like I said, she has said nothing about how the guy's actual personality is, right? Everything she described about the guy is superficial. Doctor, lawyer, can't have dreads. What about him as a person? What characteristics do you want in a man? Let's forget about your family's thoughts. What about your own individual thoughts, right? Has not been said.
Personality comes out too. So I just like what I like.
So you're kind of saying like your
no, you like what your family likes.
Mine.
Yours.
Exactly.
That's okay. That's kind of what she's saying. Oh, is anybody else?
So, being real,
right?
What does your family really think about those with dreads? Is it unclean? Is it unorthodox? Like, what does that?
It's not really about that. It's just they don't like. So there's certain things like a girl has to be. They're very traditional. For just some reason, that's something that most.
So like men with long hair is a no-no. Is that
men are not supposed to have like long hair. Men are not supposed to have like earrings. They're just like tattoo. Like
who told you that? Like who the hell told you men are not supposed to have long hair? And the tattoo thing, listen, tattoos has been on men, particularly our ancestors, for thousands of years. Look at the walls of Kemet, aka Egypt. You'll see our ancestors have had long hair, locks, tattoos. Our language, which is the oldest language in the universe, called the Medu Neter, has everything on the walls that lets you know that these things are part of our DNA. So again, she is brainwashed with her family's ignorant thoughts. You need to have your own thoughts, do your own research about these things that you're saying. Nobody at all has checked her. And as you can see, most of the men on this show have locks. They have long hair. So based on what she's saying, pretty much every man in here has locks. Yeah, every man in here has locks. So none of these guys will be her suitor because that's not what she wants. So she's already put herself in a pigeonhole. No locks. Got to be a doctor or lawyer. That is another small percentage of men, black men, that are in that category. And again, when you're very successful, you're making six figures or more, that's 8% of the population in black society that make that, if not less, right? So you're putting yourself in a huge deficit by having these outrageous requirements that not even your own thoughts as what your family wants for a suitor for you, right? That makes no sense.
There's certain things they believe that, because they're very Christian.
You gotta stick to the tradition, the religion part.
Exactly. So it's just not like they see it as a bad thing. It's just something that
even your savior, Jesus Christ, what you know as Jesus Christ, even though that's not his actual name because letter J wasn't even invented. You know what I'm saying? When Jesus was born, but for the sake of conversation, the depiction of Jesus had long hair. So your savior, that the person that you believe in, your deity that you believe in, has long woolly hair. Skin of bronze, hair like wool, and it was long, flowing, like he was on the cover of S-Curl magazine or Jet magazine. Long hair, right? So what is she talking about?
Not used to. We grew up in Africa. There's certain things we did not see. So it's kind of like, ooh.
Yeah. Another thing, y'all grew up in Africa, but y'all have been indoctrinated, and unfortunately, you guys have been colonized by the Abrahamic religion of Christianity. And they taught y'all wrong. Brainwashed the hell out of y'all. By having all these damn fake ass requirements. Terrible.
They feel at the point where they can't even be open-minded to learn because they're just so used to their own ways. It's not like it's a bad thing. It's just something they're not used to.
Okay.
Cognitive dissonance.
So you're not open to things that you're not used to. You want to stick to.
I don't personally feel like it's like that. Like if y'all listening to her, it's like just the cultural differences. Like
I've always said is the three things that black society has had issues with ever since the so-called ending of slavery, of chattel slavery, is cognitive dissonance, post-traumatic slavery disorder, and Stockholm syndrome. Those are the three mental disorders that we are still plagued with till this day, right? And the brother just perfectly just executed what she said. Her family exhibits cognitive dissonance. I'm going to learn what I was taught. You can tell me whatever you want me to tell. You can tell me whatever you want about what I believe in, but I'm going to stick to what I believe in because that's all I know. I am drowned in ignorance.
Here in America, we're able to speak free and loudly as we choose to. If you're in Dubai, you can't even raise your voice above a certain limit. So I just feel like just trying to understand that she's from a totally different continent than us.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, I want to say something. I understand that because my mom, every time I go back home, my mom wants me to hide this. We go out to people's houses and stuff. She just doesn't understand it. My dad went to school in Michigan in America, so he had a different perspective. So when I moved here, I had the chance to kind of go away from what was normal. But every time I go back home, my uncle, are you a girl? It's like a question. It's not normal to see.
Because you're Nigerian, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I understand what she's saying, and they do. It's part of the culture.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not bad. That's just the reality of it.
Okay.
And that's as simple as it should be. It should be explained.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, makes sense. Some cultural
Eric,
ignorance
good thing
right
you
there.
were over there, saying your points. I'm gonna move on over to you next. So as we saw on the episode you were on, we saw you were pretty certain about what you like and what you don't like. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these clips showcasing that. Uh-oh. And Eric, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I think it's a style thing. I don't like the dress. When you're darker skinned, I like for girls to choose things that will stand out to balance that. It's the same thing. I just like to have someone who stands out, and I like to wear black. And I think that it would be weird to just have two people walking around wearing black. And the reason I popped was I have a thing about nails. I don't like to hear them on the clanking. And
I forgot about some of these women on the show.
Something about it. The sound of it, I don't like.
Okay.
And the other thing is the black. Again, I like people who are colorful, and I popped it because there's something about the laugh I don't like. I think I would be annoying.
The laugh.
All the time.
Hey, I know what you like, man. Okay. Stand on
Can't
that.
be nobody.
All right.
He's standing on that. Yo, I
Eric,
can't wear it.
Yeah.
I need to wear black.
You're not gonna
That's
wear
what he's
black every
saying.
day, right?
I understand, but this is your show.
Right.
You're the one who set the rules. you said tell us about the first impression. That was my first impression.
I see. So
Right.
so what would it be like if you're dating someone and they do end up wearing black? Would you tell her to
It's not
change,
that
or-
you're never to wear black.
Okay.
That wasn't the situation. I was simply playing the game.
Okay.
You asked for the first impression of the person walking in. I looked at her. I said that was my first impression.
Got it. Okay.
It was as simple as that.
So if you were out in real life and you do see someone who's not wearing so much of a bright color, but everything else is in your specs.
I mean, colorful people are colorful regardless. Like I'm wearing black, but there's still color there.
I see.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So it's just in her case, it was simply that there was just brown. It's like looking at a naked person. It's real tight, right? It's not good or it's not bad. It's just that personally, they're just certain. I like a bit of mystery.
Okay.
So that's as simple as I could put it in that situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you were to describe yourself, because this is actually
Right.
this is a great question, I think, for dating.
Okay.
If you were to, what's your favorite color? Just
I would
answer.
say orange.
Why? Give me three adjectives as
Three
to why.
reasons.
Yeah.
Well, every time you wake up in a September morning, you look outside.
Okay.
It feels like the sun is just more yellow for some reason.
Artist.
Right? It reminds you of the beginning of fall.
Okay.
It reminds you of sunsets.
Okay.
Right? There's beauty to the color of orange.
Okay, beauty.
If you put the color of orange next to someone who's dark skinned, they shine.
Shine. Okay.
By the way, all the women are welcome because after I said that, everyone started wearing colors.
Okay, set the tone.
Check it.
Okay.
Okay. So as we
Trendsetter.
saw during episode 5, there was
Well, pink is my favorite color, by the way. So, I know it's an unpopular color for men, but pink is my favorite color as well as my daughter's favorite color, because it looks good on our skin tone. It's a vibrant color. This is how I am. The way I dress, I'm vibrant. my personality goes through how I wear my outfits. You know what I'm saying? So I'm an omnivert. So those of you who don't know, that's a hybrid of someone that's introvert and extrovert. So I'm an omnivert. But I express myself mostly through what I wear. You know what I'm saying? And I try to be very creative when I wear stuff as far as my outfits and stuff like that. But yeah, pink is my favorite color, even though it's very unpopular as far as men goes. I'm as straight as an arrow, but pink is my go-to color.
It was an accessory that was kind of the talk of the episode. So let's go ahead and take a look at what that accessory was.
The hat really throw me off, the Willy Wonka thing. I don't really like it like that.
Like the Cam Newton hat.
You gotta do me like that?
What you mean, huh?
Yeah, the hat just threw me off. Other than that,
Okay.
yeah, just the hat for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Taylor, that hat taking you out today, girl.
I guess so.
She looked better right here.
Right, so
She looked better right there. I ain't gonna hold you. She looked better.
Taylor, as we saw, you're wearing a hat today.
The hat
Okay.
But
Yes.
and now people trying to be what's the other chick's name that was on? I forgot what episode that was, but the dark skinned chick that's a chef. I think her name is Brenda. But she was the one in the lady in the red dress. She was the first person to wear a red dress that was a contestant on the show. Not everybody wearing red. You know what I'm saying? But I would say that she does look better on this episode.
Were you expecting for your hat to be like such a hot topic?
That is
I
dope
wasn't expecting to be anything.
Oh, okay.
I was an audience member, and I wasn't expecting to be on the show that time. So, yeah, I just came and I threw on something, and I was like, "Oh, I'm excited." I stay inside a lot at the time. And
Yeah.
I just came, and I didn't know the hat was gonna be hated. A lot of people told me to throw it away.
Oh,
I'm like,
really?
dang.
Did you?
No, I actually, I basically have it being customized right now.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
Strong Wool is customizing it, and we're gonna donate it with our water initiative.
Oh yeah, I saw that video on IG. That's right.
This is cool. And what is the water initiative, if you want to elaborate on that?
So I currently work as a project coordinator for Project Roots, and we are presenting a water initiative where we are passing out water. We live in Phoenix, it's really hot, to those who are unsheltered. And we're currently planning a fundraiser where people can donate, they can find more information about it, and we would like to raffle off that hat just because it was a hot commodity and has a lot of attention, and Strong Wool is putting some really cool designs on it. So, yeah.
Okay, very nice.
Thank you.
Anyone have any comments about the hat?
Hey,
I can't wait
lie,
to
your
see
hat
it.
popping this time though. Okay, well I don't care what they say. Your hat, okay.
The whole
Put it on
outfit
today.
popping.
Thank you.
I mean, I thought you put it on
The whole
that
outfit, the
too.
whole
I was
fit.
gonna say you look good.
The whole fit is dope.
I appreciate
She
it.
look
I
good.
can say y'all in the comment section, y'all really, really ate me up. But
No,
it brought
I didn't.
just like the city of Phoenix rebirth. I am grateful.
And forget about the comment section, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody in the comment section who has not done these type of shows, whether it be 20v1 or Pop the Balloon, they don't know how it's like. They don't know what it's like to be in front of a camera, going in front of strangers under these lights to talk about your whole life, pretty much, in social media, about what you're dating, your dating preferences, everything. Because any question can come up, and you have to talk in front of strangers. That is tough. I respect anybody that has to do that or has done that. I respect them. And these comments, these people who are commenting that want to throw shade at you, they don't know what it's like and forget what they got to say. Straight up.
Grateful for the opportunity to love myself. I found love for myself here, so
That's what's
I'm
up.
grateful.
That's what's up.
Nice.
Thank you.
So as we saw on season 6, we kind of had a little class clown. You know, I'm pretty sure y'all all know who I'm talking about. Jay, you definitely had quite a lot to say to some of the ladies that were coming on out. So, you know, let's take a little look at a recap of some of the things you were saying.
I'm an Uber and Lyft driver full time.
Okay, all right. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I don't know. It's the knee, the right knee. It got something going on. I don't know what it is. I got eczema. and I use coconut oil. Yeah, zoom in on that.
Please.
And I just don't know why it's like that.
Yeah, we couldn't see that.
Jay,
So some happened to her knee.
being a little nitpicky. Like, was her scar really a deal breaker for you?
Yeah, I mean, I really do have eczema. So, it's a real thing. So when I saw that, I really was thinking like, man, it could be something. You know what I mean?
Not y'all fighting over the cocoa butter.
Yeah, so it maybe in the real world, I don't know, but I mean, I'm thinking like maybe somebody who use, coconut oil might be coming up next. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm trying to understand how you get to talk about the right knee, but as soon as I say taco meat, I get humpback in Notre Dame. And please help me understand.
I didn't say that.
I ain't saying you did, but how are you able to say that, but I can't?
I can't speak for other people.
Great answer.
What is she talking about? I think she's projecting. Because like you said, I didn't say that. So who is she talking about? What, you ain't say who is she talking about? Is she talking about somebody that's in the audience? I mean, that are on the show right now? Who is she talking about? Is somebody from the comment section? Because you talking about a stranger you ain't never met. I don't even know why you bothered by that. That's really stupid.
I want to speak for myself.
They were coming for him though, Jess.
I never said
Did
that.
they?
Yeah.
But did they come for his looks though?
No, they came for my manhood.
With your job?
They said, sassy, I'm gay, I'm zesty, all that.
Hell, that's better than collard green orange.
Not for a man, look.
Okay, she mad about the comment section. Girl, you need to go somewhere.
I guess for a man, that is pretty serious. Like, they're calling him zesty, sassy.
Yeah, everybody's zesty and sassy nowadays because they do something that people perceive as not masculine. I mean, it's just words get tossed around like that just so freely, and it's become, it just become pointless at this point. You know what I'm saying? Just
You feel kind of sassy
dumb.
about that? Like you feel sassiness? You feel
I
like
don't
you gotta be
feel-
sassiness though?
I don't feel sassy at all.
You don't feel zesty?
I don't feel I mean, I might be a little bit, you know what I'm saying? A little hot today, but might be a little zesty, but that's just some seasoning. It's a little drizzle.
So,
In this day and age, you saying that?
Yeah, I am actually.
Does it matter what kind of oil? Like, could I be like a shea butter?
You could be a shea butter baby.
Okay. Let me.
Don't
Can I
fuck
just
up my
add
pillows.
one thing?
Go ahead, Serenity.
I just wanted to add, and I was just thinking about this because I know you noticed like the ashiness of her knee or the scar of her knee, but did the responses that the women gave go over your guys' heads when Arlette said, "What are you ladies looking for in a man?" And I know I went up there and I'm looking for a man of God. I'm looking for a man with good principles. And you guys immediately went to first impression is she's wearing a brown dress. Like, did that go over your head? The responses that we had, the intellect that we had.
If you asking me,
Yeah.
I never said anything about the brown dress.
Or just my height. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was the height.
Okay.
But I'm wearing brown right now. It's my favorite color. I like the dress.
Look, he said, don't
The dress was not very Christian. I'll say that.
The dress was.
Whose dress?
It was past my knees. It was long sleeves.
Oh, wow,
I can
okay,
help that
okay.
I am a
She got
woman
body?
who is in shape. Most of the clothes that I do have are tailored to me because I do appreciate nice clothes. And I thought that on a show, like a dating show, I would put my best self forward. I didn't have my stomach out. I didn't have my ass out. I'm just a fit woman. And the dress was below the knee and long sleeves.
So, Eric, what about her dress was not Christian in your opinion?
I'm just saying, you didn't have to try to
question.
guess anything. It was all there. It's not bad.
Right,
I'm just
yeah,
saying,
okay,
if you come out and you're like, oh, I'm a Christian woman, I'm looking for a Christian man. A true Christian man wants his wife or his woman to be reserved.
Are you a Christian man?
Having the shape is not enough?
What?
Having the shape is the problem?
Well, that goes for pretty much every Abrahamic religion, which is Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Catholicism. They want the spouse, the wife, to be reserved, covered up, because their doctrine says so, right? So if you really are into that religion or those religions and you follow it to a T, then yeah, you got to be covered up and conservative. You know what I'm saying? And you can't really, you're not even allowed to speak. You could be seen but not heard, and not even seen in all your in your actual flesh. You need to be covered up, right? So
the shape is not the problem.
Well, that's what I'm gonna say is I liked it, and I think that.
Terrence already know what it is.
What I'm gonna say is like I see it that go back to like me saying like it's a black thing, because I see like other race they'll have on little bitty stuff on, and then they would not, people won't say nothing because they don't have a body. Like you can't.
It just go back into personal, like what she was saying, what you like type stuff. So, you know, like your
I personally didn't see anything wrong with her dress. I remember what she had on, and her dress is fine. She has a great figure. I think she likes to show her shape, meaning she wears shapewear or things to accentuate her figure, but she does it in a very classy way. So nothing that she had on, I disagree with my man here talking about her dress wasn't Christian-like. I think it was fine. You know, if you want to follow the Bible to the T, then yeah, it would be unchristian-like. But, you know, as far as that goes, I think her dress was fine.
body popping is, you got to be more conscious of it, because men gonna be looking. That's probably what they're getting, that type of stuff. If you're attractive and it's just out there, I'm for surely gonna be looking. I'm a man like that, so you know you gotta kind of be mindful of that if you're looking to be, you know, with a man, and you know. So
I ain't gonna
that's
lie.
all. But not to say like you did anything wrong though.
I ain't gonna lie. I told the taller dudes they was tripping, and I was lusting a little bit. I ain't even gonna lie. Like actually, a lot of it, I was like, y'all tripping.
But you popped your balloon.
I did. I had, you know.
You wanted to see number 3.
I want to ask a question to both of you guys, because I feel like you guys both are very critical. Have you guys ever like looked past it? I guess this is a general question too. Like, I know attractiveness and like how a woman's physical appearance is important in my perspective to a man. But have you guys ever like maybe fallen for a woman beyond her looks, or for her heart, or for her personality? And if so, like, how, when, why? And like,
so you're not always shallow.
Man, I mean, I guess if you want to say that. But see, this is the thing. When men have standards, it's shallow. But when women say, I want a dude that's 6 feet, I want a dude that's not an electrician, I want a dude that's not that. Hold on. I'll let y'all talk. Can I talk, please?
Okay. Yes.
Right? So when women say, I want a dude that don't got locks, right? It's you go, girl, that's right. You standing on business, you do your thing. But when a man do it, he's sassy, he's zesty, he's gay. So there's a double standard there. And I accept that, right? I agree. Because I knew coming on the show, that's what it's gonna be. But if that's what you want to call me, I can't debate with your opinions, and I don't want to try to. But that's what I am, and that's what I like. I mean, just like that's what y'all like.
I wouldn't like personally the electrician comment. From my knowledge, electricians make a good grip of money. But that's not my first, priority when getting to know someone. But I think
real quick, I'm not even sure if that question was projection or just, I don't know what it was rooted from in terms of asking the guy, well, do you like a woman other than how she looks? That's a real shallow question to ask somebody. And not only that, I would say this, man, like I've said before, when it comes to relationships, there's 3 stages. You're on a dating show to match. That's attraction. That's the first stage. Once you find each other attractive, you're matching because you find each other attractive, right? The second stage is compatibility. You go on a date to get to know the person even more. Sure, you went on a dating show, you ask surface level questions. Where are you from? You have any kids, right? Where you go to school, what you do for a living. Those are surface level questions, but you're not really getting to know the person. The second stage is compatibility. That's going out on dates, getting to know the person, having deep conversations to see if you guys are compatible. And then the last stage is sustainability. How long can you sustain after you guys find yourself compatible? So that's a relationship. The real question is, you should have asked was basically, what kind of relationship did you guys have in your previous partners or your in your past, or something to that effect, right? Instead of asking a shallow question. I mean, that's what I would have said, but I don't even know where that question came from. But it is
your
what it
first
is.
priority.
My first priority is character. Appearance, I do have to be
But
attracted.
how do you get to know the character if you haven't?
By asking what your favorite color is and then seeing how receptive you are. If you're receptive to go down the path of allowing me in.
But I got a question. How long does that last, to be real, if you're not truly attracted? You have to be attracted to the person that you're talking to.
I wouldn't even
don't get
ask.
me wrong, right? Like, the personality is big, and yes, pay attention to that. But it all starts off with attraction. You're not just gonna go for somebody just because they're cool. That's more friend type of energy. It's not a
That's what I
relationship.
just said.
To be honest, I wouldn't even be going deeper with you if I wasn't attracted to you. So like, if I'm attracted, like what I find with the men that I've wanted
That
to
sounds
pursue.
very contradictory.
Because what was your question?
Right?
Well,
Because
no,
what was your question?
so because like somebody can be attractive, but if you're not receptive to me, and like if I'm trying to get to know you and you like, I'm like, what's your favorite color? Well, that's kind of silly. Like, I'm not gonna be able to. We're not gonna be able to get along because I like depth.
We're
But
asking about
appearance-
what is the thing that brings you together to begin with?
I mean, me asking and me going deeper. If I'm asking you a question, you can't go along for the ride. I'm asking you like, give me three reasons why you like the color orange. And you're like, well, this is kind of silly. Well, already we're not going to like. I could think you're attractive, but I'm like, okay, well maybe term then because I'm asking
think
questions
his
that you
question
think.
wasn't exactly understood by you. Not that he thought he was silly, but I also believe that we shouldn't use the example of you two for you to answer the question.
I'm
that
just
was
giving
asked.
an example.
But what is the thing that attracts you to begin with?
It's the character.
I
You just met somebody.
We gonna go in circles. It's all right.
Yeah, she don't know. That's a very simple. That's why people laughing at you, girl. What do you find physically attractive about a man? What are the things that you look for physically? Maybe that was a question that should have been asked. I don't know, because that shit went over her head.
Yeah. We gotta move on.
Let's go ahead and move on. So, as we saw with Serenity, we did touch on you a little bit, but we're gonna bring it back around. Okay. So a lot of the viewers kind of expressed they felt like, on your episode, like that you weren't treated fairly. Yeah. So let's go ahead and take a look at how your segment went.
Hello, welcome in. We can have your
Yeah,
name.
her dress wasn't bad at all. Look at
Serenity.
it. She was covered
Very
up.
beautiful.
She was covered up, showing her figure. This is a Christian-like dress. I don't care what y'all say, man. This was a nice dress. I don't know what the brother was talking about. This is unchristian-like. This is a very nice dress. She's covered. It's still showing her figure. Classy. So this was dope. She know what she's doing, man. This was a dope outfit right here. Kudos to her.
Strong, like you beat me up.
Now that's dumb because the brother's small.
I'm not gonna lie, it was just the feet. You know what I mean? I just wasn't fucking with the shoes. You know what I mean? Like, you beautiful, but I just, the fit just wasn't it for me.
Just wasn't attracted.
Okay.
When I first saw her, I ain't gonna lie, I did say, damn, she is very fit, right? I would imagine she's on the taller side. She looks like she's about like 5'9", I'm assuming. But she looks very fit and very active. And so, even though with the dress and showing her figure, there are certain men that would find that intimidating because of her figure. And not that it's a bad thing, but men, I would say, as far as the responses that you're hearing, right? They're looking for someone that is basically, I'd say, even though it sounds bad, not as fit someone more feminine that doesn't have that muscular physique, if you will, right? Because she does have that very fit muscular physique. So they're looking for a softer figure, right? So that's what makes her seem intimidating because of that. Just
seems a little uncoordinated. I don't know. Maybe it's just the heels and you know what I mean, the dress, but it's that simple.
It's a sassy group.
Oh.
They the baddest. Not you.
Niggas gotta be sassy now. Wow. Y'all throw that term so loosely, man. Because when a nigga says they don't like something about a female, that makes them sassy. But when a nigga says they like a certain thing about a female, that makes it. We can't win. We can't win.
Yes. No, obviously.
Yeah, the comments were definitely on your side on this. You know, they were like you said, before we even said anything, she said, this is a sassy group. And that's what the majority of the comments were calling the men on this episode. So Serenity, as we saw, you were taking those comments very well. Like,
I'm very sure of myself, and it doesn't matter what someone is telling me about myself. I know myself, and I know what I know about myself to be true. So I was unshaken, and I knew that regardless of if I was going to be disrespected, because as a Black woman, unfortunately, I get disrespected a lot, especially in the career field that I'm in. I just knew that I was going to stay myself. I was going to show up as myself. And the guys did show up. They were fresh. You know, I haven't seen a lot of people iron their clothes in a while. There was no wrinkles on anybody. You know, everyone looked good. I didn't smell anything bad. You know, no one's breath smelled crazy. So I was going to give them true compliments. Now, I will say this. I don't dislike locks. My mother has locks. They go down to her waist side. You know, my family's from the Caribbean. We're Haitians. So a lot of people in my family and my culture wear the locks.
That's crazy.
So
Ain't too many Haitians out there in Arizona because, you know, I know the Africans outnumber pretty much a lot of the Caribbean folks out there in Arizona. But yeah, shout out to the Zoes out there in Arizona.
Them and love them. It's just so some of the gentlemen, like Jay on the show, he didn't have his locks clean. He didn't have them twisted. So if we're going off of first impressions, you know, you didn't get the chance for me to hear a lot of their responses on the initial walk up. So all I could go off of was appearance and the small remarks that they made, especially about me, to decide if I was going to match. But for me to go out there and give them a well-spoken, you know, part of me, and then also articulate, I'm in shape, and I'm respectful. I would have thought I would have gotten different remarks, and I was a little disappointed in the men on there because I love Black men, and they didn't show that love back, and that's okay, because I can't be everybody's type. You know, everyone has a preference, like we heard with the colors and all that stuff, right? But you know, I am wearing a different color today.
Yes, we see.
And I'm wearing accessories as well. And yeah, so it was crazy. I wasn't
See how much more
that.
you stand out.
Hey. That was a compliment.
Okay.
Saying.
You was looking tonight.
So you say she wasn't standing out that day, is what
She
you're
did
saying?
not stand out.
Okay.
But look at her now, right?
Okay.
Would you pop your balloon
She's
now?
definitely beautiful.
I'm sorry. I have to give kudos to the lady in the red dress. That was the first lady to wear red on the show. I think y'all correct me what her name was. I think it's Brenda, if I'm not mistaken. But she was the one that wore the red dress first.
Would you pop your balloon
But she
now?
looks good still too.
First impression, straight on
The first impression's done.
Fine.
Yeah.
It's done, yeah. Okay.
You're
I see.
gorgeous, Serenity.
So,
Thank
yeah, you definitely are. And the red dress, okay, we see you.
That's the rabbit.
Thank you. And I'm strong still too
And the
in the
body
red
is still
dress
bodying.
too. I'm still strong in the red dress.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as we saw, Trinity said right away, sassy, whatever it is. What did you guys think of, you know, Serenity's segment?
I feel like the men were just too picky, just to be picky, just to pick.
I think,
something
look,
to be
I think
wrong.
all other men out there can relate to me. Look, you ain't do nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? You look great. You're respectful, like you said, and it can seem like from your mind space that you're intelligent. That's attractive. Like, you know, I don't know what everybody else out there looking for, but if you're trying to settle down for real, like that's that. Like, yeah.
I think a lot of the men on there were just intimidated by you.
That's it.
When you
Bingo.
have like a woman of your caliber and you have all your stuff together, and then you're going on a dating show and meeting men who maybe don't, or even maybe only have it halfway, they're like, maybe I shouldn't. So
I just said that.
Thing.
I just said that they were intimidated by her physique. I said that. I just said that. So yes, I even said that. Yeah, she looks intimidating for sure.
Yeah, the lawnmower guy.
So I can admit that. So if I admit that, am I sassy? Am I sassy or zesty?
Like, I would want to ask him. I said lawnmower guy. My bad. I'm sorry. Landscaper. Excuse me. Yeah. I wonder what he was really looking for him to say she seems too strong. That honestly offended me for you because as Black women, sometimes we naturally have toneness, and just because we have a toneness doesn't mean that we're not feminine. You know, so I wonder what he was really meaning by that.
Well, he would have to be here to
answer
that, but I'm strong, but I'm soft. I am. I smell good too.
Period.
She do. She does indeed.
Like I said, it's just her physique. I'm pretty sure when he said that she's too strong, it's the fact that she is very fit. She has a great physique, and men are intimidated by that. So if she's looking for a suitor, I would say go for a personal trainer, go for somebody that's in that industry in terms of fitness. Go for somebody like that that's in the gym 24/7, 365 days a week. That's not intimidated by very fit women. But you never know. Maybe, you know, these personal trainers and these guys that are in that industry, they want somebody that's complete opposite of what they do. But I would start there nonetheless.
And to kind of go ahead and move on to who is known on the show as America's favorite bachelor.
Terrence.
Terrence, we saw you on quite a few episodes. I think it's about 3 Pop the Balloon episodes. And, you know, on there we saw that, you know, your balloon just kept getting on pop, but you never gave up. Like, you always just still had a smile on your face and everything. Let's go ahead and take a look at your journey on here.
All right, let's go.
All right, right on over here. Hello, welcome in.
Damn. Damn.
Because you're short. It's just height, but you're very handsome, and I like your outfit.
I'm glad they gave him an episode, man. Looking back at this, he pop balloons because these niggas they don't fit the certain height requirements. Like I said, the average height for a man is 5'8". That's the average height for a man. 5'8". Anything above that is a very small percentage of men. The higher you get, especially, you know, these women that want these outrageous requirements, 6 feet tall, 6 figures, 6-pack. You're lucky to get 1 out of the 3 categories. You're lucky to get 1, right? But short kings like Terrence deserve attention, deserve to have or to be treated as such a guy that's 6 feet taller or more. And I'm glad he was able to be highlighted to have his own show and be on the show or welcome back on the show before, because, you know, it's really, really dumb. So now, in turn, because women can't pop in their balloon because this guy didn't meet their height requirements, are y'all sassy? It's always a double standard. When men have requirements, we sassy. But what about y'all women? Huh? What about y'all women? Because you popped his balloon because he's too short. Are y'all sassy or extremely masculine?
I picked you because you're the shortest one.
I just would like somebody a little bit more taller. I think it's the lips for me. I can't kiss him.
What's wrong with all that Ashley?
Real quick.
What? So, Terrence, did it ever become like discouraging? Like every time like someone would come out, like they would pop your balloon on all those episodes you were on?
No, not really. I would say like for me, like I didn't see none of them. Like I was like I would marry her, you know, for them that did pop my balloon. But another thing too, like I really not like big on hating people or wanting people to like. If they don't like me, that's fine. I still love you, still like you. I'm still, you know, that's okay with me. So like whoever I do find, I'm gonna know that she really want me and she love me and that's what I want, you know. So nothing that don't want me, I don't want it that don't want me, and I ain't big on forcing nothing. So that's how I feel about it.
There you go.
That's what's
All
up,
right, so
Terrence. That's
how did
what's
you
up.
guys feel when watching Terrence's segment?
Hey, they was hating on my boy Height. I ain't gonna lie, okay? People be like, I mean, to each his own. You like what you like, but for me, I'm like a real person when it comes to like height or different shit like that. That shit really don't matter. Once I take the time to know you and I'm feeling you, then we gonna vibe. But they'll say they know how y'all feel.
Yeah, I'm not the spokesperson for all women, but I will say that growing up in my household, my mom, she's a stallion. She's about 5'11", and my dad was 5'5".
Okay.
So
Oh,
height
really?
was
Damn.
never a requirement for me, and I knew that.
That's crazy. That motherfucker was 5'5". I've only seen honestly, I've never met a couple. Well, actually, I have. I'll take that back. I met somebody. Well, I know somebody personally that basically their girl is taller than them. Probably about 2 or 3 inches, but like that's I can never do that, man. I can never date somebody that's taller than me. But that's crazy. 5'5" and your mom is 5'11". God damn, bro. Like, but shout out to y'all couples that do that. That I guess you could say that height requirement reversal, where the guy is shorter than the girl. Yeah, man, y'all make it work. But yeah, that's what's up.
You could be tall and you could be a bad person. You could be a lie, cheat, steal, drunk, all of the above. So I thought that you carried yourself very well. You look very sharp. Edge up is crispy, okay? Skin is clear. And I thought, it was unfortunate. And then I had to live the same experience. So I know how you feel on a deeper level. Yeah.
That's what's
And
up.
personally, I was somebody that in my episode, I was speaking on someone's height, but it was because he lied. But I didn't get a chance. He lied. I didn't get a chance to say that I like short kings. So actually, my very first person was a short king. Kai Cenat is a short king, and I would definitely hop on.
He's a celebrity though. What the fuck? That's you lose a lot of points. You losing a lot of points. I mean, your fit is crazy, right? Your fit is crazy. I love your fit, but you mentioned a celebrity, bro. Kai Cenat is a fucking streamer with millions of followers. So if Kai Cenat was not a celebrity streamer, would you consider him somebody you would approach? The Kai Cenat 4 years ago that was streaming out of his house with only a couple thousand followers, would you still talk to him? Come on, man. That just shows you that you're looking for a guy of a certain stature or a certain reputation that attracts you. That's not a good look. Not a good look.
I just want to make sure you know that you already know. And you're very handsome, beautiful locks, beautiful skin.
Appreciate it.
If Terrence don't got it, Kai do.
I got
He'd like to
something
interject.
Okay, go ahead.
So back to your point, right? No, yeah. I mean, this is what I was talking about the double standard. Wasn't nobody in the comments mad about that? But everybody was mad about what I said.
Because it was a me.
No, I'm talking about the height with Serenity.
Oh.
Right? They was on my helmet about that. But we get 3 episodes of this and nothing? Y'all ain't got nothing to say? So it's a hypocrisy. Right, and that's kind of that drizzle that we talking about. Is like when y'all get it done to y'all really don't like it, but it's okay for me, but it's not okay for you, and that's not cool, right? Because like Serenity said, you can be a good person or you could be a bad person if you tall. You be a great person if you short, right? And that's the same thing. That's all men are saying, right? I don't know this dude, but I feel like he saves kittens. I don't know. Like, I feel like he wouldn't hurt a fly if he didn't have to, but he could still protect himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try him. So, I mean, that's all I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's zesty to have preferences. And no, men get mad at women about, well, actually, we do get mad about that, about the preferences. But I mean, it got to go both ways. That's all I'm saying.
Yep, that's facts.
I think it also has to go back to not taking things too personally because followers are going to do what followers do. That's why they're called followers. If one person says it, a lot of them are going to say it.
That's true.
Okay. Well, I want to say, I feel like Terrence got it in the bag because I don't really think too much about it before she asked him about him being discouraged about coming on and people saying no, basically. The Bible says it's not for the swift or the strong, it's for the one who endures. And I see endurance all over him, so I feel like he got it in the bag.
Yeah.
Whoever he gonna get him, and he gonna get somebody because he's enduring for real.
For
sure.
And he kept like a high spirit through all of it. You feel me? He even told a couple ladies like, "I still think you look good." Like, like definitely an honorable dude. Definitely.
So obviously, we see in the comments like all the women are like, "Oh, Terrence, I wish you were in my state. Come to Atlanta. Come wherever. I date you." All this stuff, but I feel like in person, it's different. Like for example, some of you ladies are on stage. Is Terrence your type? Is he someone that you would go for? No. Okay.
He's taller than me, so yeah, I would.
Okay. So Trinity, you said no.
So why don't y'all match up?
Why, Trinity? Why did you say no?
Quick and strong too.
He's really sweet. Like I feel like he's really sweet, and I just feel like I'm aggressive. I may be too aggressive, not intentionally.
Yeah,
but
that's a turn off for me. I don't like aggressive women. I don't like women from New York or any aggressive city. As a matter of fact, I don't like any American women, honestly. You cannot be born in the States. All right. I don't want to be dating no American women ever. So you can't be born in the States. If you was born in another country and then moved to the States, okay, because you have a different philosophy, a different mindset when it comes to that. But I'm gonna just keep it like that. I just want to go into further about that.
that's just me. I'm a lioness.
Nah,
Like,
Terrence,
I'm not a kitten.
he got something. You just gotta look deeper. I can see it in your eyes.
Okay, so Taylor, you're saying Terrence is your type.
I definitely would tap in. I would tap into Terrence. Hey, Terrence. Hey. Like, but I gotta, you know. I'm just like, hey, you know, I would definitely get to know you.
I personally think it's performative, to be quite honest with you, because it's easy for people to say, "Oh, I would do this, I would do that," but unless you're here in person, you're feeling the vibe. Like it is totally okay to not be attracted to someone or not want to pursue someone, or someone could be attracted that's just not your cup of tea. So
Yeah.
I think people hop on the internet and say, "Oh, they missing out. Oh, they left. Shoe look ugly anyway," or just talking about the person because they chose not to pursue Terrence. Like we've been talking about this whole time. People have their rights or their own preferences. And I think it's very performative for people to get on the internet and say what they would do. So how about you fly your tail on here to Arizona
And get you Terrence.
and get you Terrence then.
Okay.
They be missing out though.
And unless you gonna do that, mute.
Okay, Jessica, since we're on you.
Longer.
So obviously there's a word that gets thrown around a lot when it comes to you. Just you know what that word is?
Auntie.
Yup. I don't know why, but let's take a look at why they keep calling you auntie.
She's fine. She's fine. Look kind of like my auntie though. She's kind of like auntie.
Okay.
No disrespect, babe. No disrespect. My auntie's very beautiful. You know.
Show
No
me your
disrespect.
auntie.
Huh?
Show me your auntie when we done.
I will. Most definitely will.
So Jess,
She still don't like
anyone
that.
ever called you
Look at
auntie?
her. Look at her. She still don't like that. She real bothered by that.
Huh?
Show me your auntie when we done.
I will. Most definitely will.
She still don't like that. Oh man, yeah. Listen, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna say this. She does give off the very mature vibe, the way she dresses and her demeanor. It gives that vibe of I'm very mature. I don't take no mess. I'm more of a person that is keen to family. You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of vibe she gives off based off the responses. So,
So Jess, has anyone ever called you auntie or all that stuff before you came on Pop the Balloon?
No, and I still ain't seen this auntie. So if you're watching this, please send a picture of your auntie to my DMs, please, because I want to see her.
Yeah.
it's not about how you, it's not about what the auntie looks like. It's your demeanor. That's what it's about. Your demeanor gives off those kind of vibes. Has nothing to do with how the auntie looks or the auntie looks. It's about your demeanor. Okay, so this just want to put it out there.
I'm not sure where they're getting that. Is anyone else on the stage getting anti vibes from her?
I don't get anti.
Or are we getting fine?
I said cousin.
And I still ain't seen your cousin either. Cousin.
I'll show you my cousin.
I think it was just the dress. No, and don't even take that the wrong way.
It was what?
I think it was the dress.
The dress give auntie to you?
I mean,
You think
so
she
hear me
dressed
out.
like auntie?
Hold on, wait. Hear me out. Maybe it's just the women in my family, but all my aunties and stuff, they love patterns. They love, and I just be looking at them. I'm like, yeah, you know, you look good. And so you came on the show. I'm like, I see why they say auntie. But I feel like it's the dress.
But sis, your pants is patterns.
Well, hold on, wait.
Whoa.
I never said patterns was an issue. I'm just saying that I think it's the dress. Because they always say like hair and clothes are like really your makeup. Like you can put a full on face.
Yeah, like I said, I say it's more of her demeanor. What she had on was mature, was covered up. You know, she had a dress on. It had patterns. If I'm not mistaken, there was other women or other contestants that were female that had a pattern dress. It's just, for me at least, the auntie vibes was her demeanor. It gives off that auntie type of vibe.
Put on sweats and stuff a certain way. So it's kind of like maybe it's just the dress and the hair.
The hair too?
I said maybe. I don't know. I'm just making suggestions.
I'll say it was the hair for me.
For me, it's the dress.
Not in this episode. The first one with the short hair, with the short hair. But today I didn't know who you was.
Yeah,
but let's also get something straight too. You are fine as hell.
Yeah,
you are absolutely gorgeous. Like you just, yeah, go ahead. Yes, honey. Yes. Okay.
That booty. You had to
know,
be there, okay?
Every time I get so keep being mad.
Oh God.
That booty fat.
Who find auntie that is?
Oh God.
See, look, she ready to fight.
She ready to fight.
Unc, where you at?
Well, I just want to say this about the whole 18 comment, the auntie comments. Honestly, I think it's old and it's lazy. I don't give auntie. And I talked about this before. Why is it that women who consider themselves to be curvier, why is it that we get labeled auntie, cousin, and X, Y, and Z?
No, she don't get it. Curvy women in general aren't labeled auntie, cousin. That was just you specifically. But yes, it's a combination of your demeanor and your aesthetics, right? Here, you look good. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, you don't look like an auntie. Now, how I say your demeanor still gives off that very mature vibe that crosses to that auntie territory. But aesthetically right now, you don't give off those vibes at all, right? So just kudos to you changing your outfit. I barely recognize you too with the different hair and stuff like that, but you definitely look better on this episode for sure.
I don't give that. If you come on my page talking about I'm auntie, block. Period. I don't give auntie.
Okay.
There you go.
And you said cousin as well. You throw
Cousin as well.
Okay.
And then too, I just want to say this too. Please stop confusing comedic humor, personality with somebody who's old. I prefaced this before. As it relates to personality, it would be similar to like a Tabitha Brown or something like that. But this don't give auntie. So please stop it. Actually, I did get that dress. Well, it was sent to me from Shein. So I'm just saying, I don't know too many aunties who wear dresses like that.
You bought it from Shein. What you mean sent to you? Like you're like you're a brand ambassador for Shein. Yeah, you bought the dress from Shein. Why did you have to mention where you bought it from? That doesn't even matter, bro. Like that I don't even know. It didn't matter where you got the dress from. Like, but you had to mention Shein. You gave them endorsements. It was sent to you from Shein. You bought it from Shein. Just
Bodycon dresses.
Oh my God.
But I'm just saying, y'all, it's real old and it's lazy. Let it go. I don't give auntie and I'm fine as hell. Period.
Hey, nobody. First of all, nobody said you was ugly. You are very attractive. Okay, you are very attractive. Nobody's saying that you not because you are attractive. But I'm giving you why the men were giving that response of calling you auntie because, in my opinion, it was your demeanor, your vibe. And also part of that was your aesthetics in terms of what you decided to wear that day. Okay? But nobody's calling you ugly because you're not ugly at all. You're very attractive.
So sometimes I'll call women that I respect, like, not, I don't know your age or anything like that, but just for the auntie comment to see if you can find any respect towards it, because it seems like you find it disrespectful. I'll call women that I look at, that I respect like my mom, but our relationship is like a sister, auntie. If I respect you in those regards, regardless of your age, it's a respect thing. So could you find respect in the auntie comment, or is that completely disrespectful?
No, because at the end of the day, it still boiled down to a certain look and a certain persona. And I'm not too sure if you all are familiar with Jackie Ayanna, however you say her name, but people thought the same vibe from her, and they came on her page calling her auntie. And respectfully, she's blocking everybody who calls her auntie. So sis, if you watching this, I completely understand. It would be the equivalent to somebody calling you, hey, chocolate, hey, you know what I mean? Like, hey, skinny girl, or hey, little Chad, you know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of vibe that it gives. So unless you've been on the flip side of that, wouldn't you feel a way if I came at you like, hey, my little chocolate baby? You know what I mean? Especially,
I love that. Like, I love
no, but like, I mean, this is a whole nother topic.
That's a term of
day.
endearment for me. So like, auntie is a term of endearment for me. Hey, little chocolate baby, I love when a black woman, you come call me baby. Hey.
Yeah, obviously, she considers auntie a derogatory term, right? She doesn't feel that's derogatory to her. So it's basically your perception, man. You know, she doesn't think that's a compliment. She does. Calling somebody auntie is actually not an insult. It's really not. It's not an insult because you give off that demeanor of being very mature, right? I didn't even say it's a negative thing anyway. It is a positive compliment. It is. It's auntie is a compliment. Honestly, but she's taking it to the next level. You know, she's really taking it to the next level and saying, yeah, don't call me auntie, you'll be blocked. It's not a bad thing if you're being called auntie. It's actually a compliment, but, you know, it is what it is.
I totally agree with you, but it's men.
It's that they're saying it like an insult.
Thank you. And then, like, respectfully,
It's like
there's a lot of discrepancy.
Somebody calling me Unc. Hey, Unc. What up, Unc? That's very mature. Somebody calling me Unc. You know what I'm saying? I would take that as a compliment because of my demeanor and what they perceive me to be. Somebody very mature, right? Hey, what's up, Unc? What up, Unc? You know what I'm saying? Just that term alone. It's not a negative thing, but hey.
And this is a whole nother topic for a whole nother day as it relates to colorism in the Black community, but it would be the equivalent of somebody calling you a name that is derogatory toward people who are chocolate.
Whoopi Goldberg.
So that's the vibe that it gives.
It's not
Calling me
the
auntie
same,
is not a
though.
compliment. If you respect me, say that.
It's not a compliment to you, but it actually is a compliment.
No backhanded compliment about calling me no auntie.
I don't think you gotta worry
I understand
about
what you mean
that.
by
And
that.
then men, like coming from a man
No, because
too,
somebody's
that's
still
what
gonna
it
find a
is,
way to
like.
call me auntie in the comments, but it's okay.
Women,
But you stood your ground, Jess.
Okay,
and we
I'm
love
gonna just
it.
call
And
you
we'll.
mature. Then. I'm gonna just call you mature.
All right. So on this upcoming clip, it was probably one of the most analyzed and talked about, discussed, snip, cut up, whatever you want to call over TikTok.
I'm already know it's gonna be her talking about him. Her talk about him. I already know.
Instagram scene of season 1. So let's take a look at what scene that was.
Yeah, you're very gorgeous.
Told
but I
you.
don't like that you put the
Told
fake
you,
flower in your
nigga.
vest trying to make it look better than what it was.
Yeah.
I don't like that you brought a fake briefcase. There's probably nothing in there, and it's also halfway open. You should probably close it. Also, I don't like that the fact that you could.
Oh, so that's why that nigga brought the briefcase back, because that's his signature thing, and like he's gonna use that thing that she brought negative toward him or projecting something negative. He brought it back on the show and turned into his signature look. That's super dope. Super dope. I love that.
Briefcase though.
Fake briefcase.
I mean, the hair
or
done.
something.
It's done. It's
So
done.
why
dog.
didn't you show your hair?
That's what I wanted to do today.
I understand. I just want to see your hair though.
I get it. You feel me? I've dealt with, you feel me, Chicago women most of my life. You okay? You feel me? Me and your brother probably sound alike because we done been through the same struggles. You feel me? But I could respect that. I just wanted to know what you was thinking about. That's all that was.
It's just weird talking to my little brother. So
No problem. You can't say little.
Y'all women love to project shit. Y'all love to
you
project.
sound like him though.
That's
I
because
hope
we from
you
the
learn
same
from that.
place. So you don't like
No,
you don't
it's
like
not.
people from your hometown.
I never said
and
that.
that's respectful. I can respect
I
that.
just want a man with a higher vocabulary.
Okay.
Oh shit, high vocabulary.
Day-to-day speak.
Your day-to-day speak, and you were chewed up in the comment section talking about day-to-day speak. You don't know what the hell you talk about.
The irony.
Let's start with Daryl.
Day-to-day speak.
So Daryl, after watching that and kind of like in that moment, were you shocked at how you felt like she was coming at you or whatever it may have been?
I can't say shocked because I've been through a lot of trials and tribulations. I've been tested in ways I wouldn't expect it, and I almost felt like I was.
By the way, shout out to everybody on the show. Everybody got their hair retwisted, got new fits. Everybody got a cut, their hair done. They know their assignment. Once they get that call to be on Arlette show, they know their assignment. Get new outfit, get your hair done, makeup done, get retwisted. Come correct. Everybody is looking A1 on the show, and everybody understood the assignment. That's what's up. I love that.
I don't know, like, you know, if I come on there and I tell you I'm from Chicago and I got a couple drinks and you tell me that you from the same place, it's almost like you saying something like that to trick me up at my spot, because everybody who from where I'm from and know people where I'm from, you just don't talk to them a certain way because, you know, people will give you what you're looking for. And I'm just extremely proud of myself. Always. I go back and look at the clip sometimes because that is growth. That ain't the man that I've always been.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
what's up.
and a lot of people were, commending you on that. It seems like you took it pretty well. You didn't, raise your voice, get upset, anything like that. You just, let her know how you felt, express yourself, and yeah.
Yeah.
And then so Rizoma, how?
I would love for her to apologize because she knows she was in the wrong, but I would be surprised if she does. I don't think she will. So it is what it is.
I guess I want to say during that situation,
Because
it
that
seems like
brother
you're just
did
like,
not
"All right,
deserve that."
I'm thinking of everything. I'm gonna fire at this guy. I'm gonna say it all at once. Like, what was going through your mind in that moment?
So I guess I should just kind of give you all my thought process because I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, you degraded him or anything like that. Which I can totally understand why they saw it that way. For me, it was more so like a correction. So you clearly came onto the show, you were playing a role, right? And this is my thought process. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna pop my balloon right away. But he came on sneakers, joggers, briefcase, sweater, trucker hat, and then a fake flower. And I was like, okay. Kept analyzing. He was in front of me. I saw that the zipper was in the back of the briefcase. I was like, oh, it's open. There's nothing in there. And I was like, okay. I was like, so if you're gonna play a role, at least play it correctly, right? But it was almost like you half-assed it. And then if you're not playing a role and that's really who you are, then it's like, okay, can't be upset. Bottom line is, I analyzed the entire situation. I saw a bunch of things that I didn't like. And then it was like, please don't get upset about this. But me and my friends made a drinking game of it. And we wanted to see how many times he said, you feel me?
Oh, hell no.
We couldn't even take shots. We had to have a regular drink because we couldn't do it. And so
That's
when I
crazy.
mentioned the higher vocabulary, I do want to apologize for that because people kind of saw it as
Thank you. At least you apologize. But the drinking game, when you've been admitted that, the apology didn't mean a goddamn thing. You the one that made a mockery of that fool by doing a goddamn drinking game because of his quote unquote limited vocabulary. That is wild. A drinking game to find out how many times he said, you feel me? That is wild. That apology really didn't mean a goddamn thing, honestly.
oh, you're being rude.
Shit.
You're saying he's stupid. Or I was like, no, not at all. It's just, personally, I feel like if he was going to go on a date with someone, whether that was nerves or not, I couldn't imagine him being nervous on a date and we're talking, he says it over and over and over. And it's like,
So you saying the whole higher vocabulary was for him saying, you feel me?
Yeah, it wasn't like, oh, you don't know how to speak or anything, which is why I say I wish I would have explained myself more. I couldn't imagine us being on a date and then him saying it over and over due to nerves, and I'm just looking at him with disgust or looking at him annoyed. And it's that's not fair. You deserve to be with someone who's like, oh, he's nervous, like that's cute. Like, even though he's saying you feel me, like I still find it cute. I wouldn't find that cute. So it's kind of like, it was more like a protective thing. Like, I'm just giving you a correction. If you're gonna play a role, play it right. And you're just not my type. But you're gorgeous though. And I said that. Nothing wrong with it.
When you choose to correct someone and then you yourself fail in your conveyance of your sentence, what does that look like to you?
Well, yeah, I messed up, which is fine. And I'm sure everyone saw it as like...
The term correct almost bothered me a little bit because as if what I'm presenting as myself is something wrong.
Right.
As if, like, you could have just said there's something that you don't like, but you even do it today. You take every single shot that you possibly can at everything about me. And it's like you didn't highlight every other gentleman as that such. Like, what about me that you see that you just want to take every pick at every problem that you could possibly see?
It wasn't like that.
But I watched your
It
full
was to
episode,
him.
so I seen how other guys spoke to you, how you spoke to other guys, and you feel me? Like, I don't think that there was one perfect man that you seen on the show, but you decide to speak on every little thing about this one man. So, like, I feel like it's corny because you keep constantly trying to reach out to me after the show. So I honestly feel like you try to play this.
We gonna have to get a damn follow up between these two. We gonna have to get hey, there's 3 sides to a story: his, hers, and the truth. We got to get to the bottom of this. I need to see receipts, DMs, or whatever to see if somebody reached out to somebody after the show. That's crazy. We gotta find that out.
It's corny because you attacking me as a person. That's who I am, bro. Like, I came on the show, it's who I am, and you telling me that everything about me you don't like. But then outside of the show, you want to have a conversation or a hug or a smile in my face or hey, Daryl, or it's a us. It ain't no us thing. The only reason why me and you had a viral clip is because I handle myself well. I very well could have been looked at as a sassy or an evil man if I would have gave you the response that you deserved.
Exactly.
But I gave you what I felt like is it needed to be presented because a lot of young men get tricked out of their spot dealing with young women like yourself. And I don't want to be the crash out example. I want an example that no matter what, you could still be able to hold yourself in a certain type of light.
No, that's fine. I guess for me, it was more so the moment you walked out, I felt as if like, because I felt like you were playing a role, which you later on came out and said you did lie about certain things, which means you were playing a role. You already disrespected, hold on, you already disrespected all the women on there because now we can't even make a genuine decision based off of the information you gave us.
What's the role? What's the role that I played?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to figure out. That's why I mentioned the briefcase and everything.
When I came on the show and I spoke my truth, everything that
when he did his follow-up, when he matched with the girl, he did this follow-up. The only thing he lied about was the fact that he lived with his grandmother or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. He lived with somebody or he was helping somebody out when he moved from Chicago to Arizona, right? Based off how he explained it, I understood why he lied about that, if that makes sense. So if that's I think that's the role she may be talking about, that she fails to actually acknowledge. Not sure.
Told you guys was the truth about me. I was asked a question about space from one young lady. Anything that I said to you all that I presented, this is me. This is Daryl. I have a briefcase. What is fake or a lie about having a briefcase? I seen a flower at the store on some slick gentleman stuff, whoever I was going. If I did like win with somebody, I was gonna take the flower off and present it to her. Like, I think about little cute things like that. Like, you feel me? So what is fake? Like, what's the character that got presented on the show?
On some Eric shit, can I interject? Because I made a comment. And like, I remember like we had a little back and forth.
We didn't have a back and forth. I'm gonna speak on that as well.
Let me
made a comment.
Hold on.
You made a comment saying that Rizoma was right.
No, so I before, because I want to set it up, because when I first watched that episode, that really it really affected me on the behalf of him, because I was like, dang, she really went in on him. You did on that follow-up, you verbally said that you lied, and that's where I was like, man, like I was really for you. You know what I'm saying?
What was Rizoma right about? That's what.
So
that's what
where I
our
was coming
disagreements
from,
was.
and that's a good question.
Because Rizoma spoke about my presentation.
Yeah.
Like what I was wearing, how it was, just like how all the men spoke about your presentation. And it's odd for me because when I watched your episode, I supported your content. I went to your page, I reacted to it on my TikTok, and I don't know.
There was no tags, there was no follows. I did not see that support.
I
didn't hear it.
It seemed as though like you're a content creator, like with what you have going on.
No, I'm a photographer.
You're a photographer, so your Instagram is a business, right? It's monetized situation. So me putting that in front of the 44,000 followers that I have on TikTok and saying like, y'all should support her. They came at this black woman for wearing a hat.
I never saw no support.
Ma'am, it's not for you to see. I'm letting you listen. I didn't do it for
but if you're
I
gonna
do
claim
authentic
that,
things.
How is that authentic if you?
Let him finish, Taylor. Hold on one second.
I'm just letting you know what actually happened. I'm on my platform telling people that they should look at your platform because I don't like how the men treated you. And then you went under there and you said Rizoma was right about attacking.
That's not what I said.
You said maybe Rizoma was right. So what is she right about attacking my visible appearance like the men attacked you? So the men was right about you?
So in a way, I kind of see how you manipulate situations. And why I say that is because
how is he manipulating situations?
How I see that is if you were gonna support me, there was no tag on that, and that like being someone in the same position, and that's how I can recognize it. And this is a healing moment. Like I want to get on the same page.
I have to show you I'm supporting you for you to feel like.
Well, I mean, you said you were supporting me, but to me, I didn't. All I was seeing was that I'm 60. I'm not 28. I'm Willy Wonka. I'm Camp
listen,
Newton.
if I do it like, hey yo, if I hit you up in your DM, hey yo, come on my TikTok. I just shouted you out.
That would have been a bridge
That's me
point.
wanting a thank you from you. I supported you on my platform
Regardless
because
if you see it or
it didn't matter if you see it or not. I
mean,
want my people to go support a black woman who say that she in a hat business and she do photography, and I'm trying to be a model. So
But how in a way, and no, I'm gonna stand strong as a woman who wants to, I want to connect with you and I want to build a bridge of understanding right now. Personally, I didn't feel supported, but I could say I do get you because on the YouTube video, I did say something to Rizoma like, dang girl, like, and you didn't see that. And that's where I could take accountability with that. So I didn't know that you supported me. Where I was coming from with Rizoma is I think that in this type of setting, there is something that people who are behind the screen don't have, which is the vibe and the feel. And I feel like maybe Rizoma was coming from a place of like, yeah, she was saying all that, and I'm not saying what she was saying all the way was right.
But that's
but
what you said on the. That's what
but I'm
you
saying that I'm kind of trying to give you the perspective of why I was saying maybe she was right, and I think it was maybe her discernment, because then as I stood for you and I did say something and then you openly said you were lying, I was like, oh, like, dang, I was supporting someone who was being deceptive, and maybe that's what she was picking up on. And so that's why I was saying maybe Rizoma was right.
Let's not do the maybes, darling. Rizoma spoke to me about how I spoke and the clothes that I was wearing. You said on social media Rizoma was right. What was Rizoma right about?
Maybe she was right to
because you want to be,
so
even though you might have like, because of what you seen watching the TV show, you might have wanted me to be something in your imagination, and I understand that. But when I came on and I told my truth, I never lied about my truth. When I was asked the question, I didn't answer the question all the way authentically as I should have. I understand if Rizoma has said something like, you feel me, like, I feel like you up here faking or you up here lying to us, and then you up on social media saying Rizoma is right. Rizoma came at the way that I talk and the way that I had dressed, just like the dudes came at the way that you dress. So I feel like that's corny for you to say maybe Rizoma was right, ha ha ha. And then when I say my response is, I support your business and I think you're a beautiful black woman. I don't like how you was treated on the show. Why would you hype somebody else being evil when people was evil to you on the show? You still trying to stay on the Rizoma was right. I ain't see that you supported me like it. I had to block you. I wasn't finna go back and forth with you.
All right, let's hear from somebody else. Jess?
I just want to speak on this very briefly. I think where you two are getting confused is that we're comparing apples to oranges. Is what he's saying is that this particular situation was separate outside of the situation that y'all are trying to claim that he lied about. So I completely get where you're coming from, Humble Hood.
Thank you.
Or Daryl. So I just want to acknowledge that. This is something also that I do want to acknowledge as a woman, because I can only speak for women because I'm a woman. As it relates to men and how much they value respect, when we talk about correction, we have to talk about intent versus impact. And with that being said, you have to be careful with what you say and how you say it. So although you may have felt that way, the way your words landed, he wasn't going to be in a space to receive that. So I just want to acknowledge that as women, we have to do better at talking to men with respect, and we have to do better at how we deliver messages, because you have the ability to either build this man up or tear him right back down. And we already know the struggles that black men go through. So I just want to acknowledge that on your end, Humblehood, because I completely get where you're coming from. And this isn't me taking no side or the other. And respectfully, I do agree that he supported you. I don't feel like he owed you that tag either, because I agree it made it that much more authentic, because I'm effing with you. And you don't even know it for real.
Behind the scenes.
That's what I'm saying. That's the equivalent to.
I'm low-key calling Mug sassy for talking about her hat and everything. I'm on her side.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Erica Badu. So respectfully, I just wanted to let you know I acknowledge what you're saying.
I was like, I just wanted to let it play out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to interrupt too much. I was like, that whole tagging thing, I didn't see it. It doesn't matter. He said he supported you. He supported you. It didn't matter if he tagged you or not. You know, if I'm giving somebody word of mouth about a favorite restaurant, word of mouth, meaning I'm not tagging the restaurant, but I'm telling such and such, hey, check out this restaurant. Guess what? They get that acknowledgement through the word of mouth. They don't even know that word of mouth was from me or not. You know what I'm saying? But I'm showing support regardless. So you don't have that person that is receiving that acknowledgement doesn't necessarily have to know whether or not they're getting that acknowledgement. As long as they're getting that recognition some way or somehow, that's all that matters, the end result.
And I get your perspective in this totality, and that we got to do better and be careful how you speak to people.
Yeah, just be good. Try to be as decent as you possibly can. You never know.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Cool.
Just don't lie on my name.
All right, let's move on to our next
I'll show
topic.
your DM right now.
Go ahead. I would love for you to do so. I sent you one message and I said congrats, and I hope
That's
you're
reaching out to me outside of the show.
Yeah, you said I kept reaching out to you though when I
You
did
can.
it.
You on my Instagram and my TikTok. That's two different platforms.
TikTok, I don't even.
When I
have
came in
TikTok.
today, you ran up on Daryl hugs.
Well,
Like
yeah, because there's no bad blood. If you
Is
feel
it-
some
but-
type of
but
way
I'm
towards
saying
me,
the-
then say that so then I don't speak to you.
But ma'am.
Why don't y'all just go out on a date, okay? Go out on a date and just figure it out. Figure it out. That's all.
It's all right. Let's leave it at that. Let's move on. Okay, so to get this ball rolling,
You had to get that last
Trinity,
jab in.
on your segment. Seems like you had a little bit of something to say about truck drivers. So let's go ahead and take a look at that clip. Okay, let's start over here. Why do we end up popping Tony's?
Oh, yeah, she looked different, man.
That was kind of boring.
That long hair
It wasn't nothing like
and the pink
more-
dress.
just
Wait, what was
like, I
boring?
just drive trucks.
I mean, you asked what I do. That's what I do.
Okay. So, did you want to elaborate a little bit on what you meant by that?
He didn't sell himself. I had options, many options that didn't pop their balloon, and he didn't sell himself. He was just a truck driver, and that's it. So
And truck drivers make lots of money. Lots of money. like 6 figures and above, they make it bank. So you pop this balloon because truck, having someone to say truck driver is enough. It's just as much as cachet, in my opinion, as someone saying they're a doctor. You don't have to know what kind of doctor they are, a surgeon or a physician or whatever the case may be. Doctor is enough cachet. Truck driver, enough cachet in my opinion, but apparently she didn't see it that way. So
it was kind of boring. The response was boring. The occupation for me in my lifestyle, boring.
Ignorant. How about that?
It was never a question of if I knew how much truck drivers make because I don't really care. This is a partnership. I'm a creative. The first thing I said when I came on, I like all things that put me into my creativity. How creative can you be just driving the route?
Okay.
Doesn't seem like you
But does
creative.
what he does change the possibility that he could still be
We're
a
building
creative?
a life together. This is a partnership.
Right.
So if you feel like you're most valuable driving the truck, maybe you might not be the partner to build the life that I'm trying to build.
He doesn't feel that way. He's just answering the question that you asked very
Thank you.
straightforwardly. What do you do? I'm a truck driver.
So I feel like that might not fit my partnership.
What fits your partnership?
A creative. Because I'm a creative.
Example of like
Okay,
a job.
so you just want somebody that's a goddamn content creator. That's all you want. You just want somebody to go on damn trips with you. Y'all do couples trips, you film it. Y'all go shopping together, you film it. Y'all do surprise and pranks and you film it. You looking for another content creator. Just like this girl, the lady in the red, talk about Kai Cenat. You're looking for a Kai Cenat type of motherfucker, man. So, you know, y'all women, yeah, y'all can't fool people, man. You looking for a content creator, a Kai Cenat type of motherfucker, or one of these goddamn guys that got the millions of followers on social media, these big TikTokers and stuff. She wants a content creator. Bottom line, that's what you're looking for.
That the person would have that you would find to be suitable for you.
I like things that are artistic and not even just artistic.
An example of the job, like an example.
And by
of
the way, there are truck drivers that are content creators, by the way. And you can do collabs with a truck driver who also is a content creator. So I don't know what she's talking about. Like your brain is just, I don't know.
It's not really, the job is not the problem. The person was the problem. So a truck driver would not be a problem if he was a truck driver that had the mindset of an entrepreneur.
But you don't know the mindset. You're just meeting him. This is the first question.
All I
you're
know,
asking
all
him.
you gave me is you drive trucks. That's all I know.
But
Nope.
that was the answer to the question.
Right.
That's all you, okay, so there were other men up there. Many men gave different answers, but what they do, and they sold themselves a little bit more. You were up there to sell yourself.
Right.
You did not sell yourself as well as the other men. Somebody had to go.
So what would be a suitable answer? Like what's an example?
No, there's no suitable answer. The truth is the suitable
got
answer.
one.
I'm
Right.
picking through my options, and from the options, just the truck driver and nothing else, not the pick.
So you wanted him to be like, I'm a truck driver and I do this. Is that what like you were kind of looking
No,
for?
I just expected the truth.
Mhm.
And the truth was just not the truth that was compatible with me.
Can I ask you a question? How old are you?
I'm 23.
Yeah, there you go.
There
you go. I forgot how young she was. 23-year-olds, man, they don't know a goddamn thing.
Here we
bro.
go. Hear me out. Hear me out.
There
Hear
you
me out.
go.
Hear me out. At this big age of 31, not 50. I just want to clear that out.
Ain't nobody
Things
saying
change
you
when
ugly.
you
You're
get a
very
lot
attractive.
older. I ain't gonna hold you. You got me tighter than the booty hole up here. Because do you know how many good men are truck drivers?
Yeah.
To hear you say that,
There's nothing wrong with a good man being a truck driver. It's just
No.
that of my options that I had to pick from, the one that I was attracted to the least was the one that just said truck driver and gave no context description or nothing else.
And I feel like she has the
Hold
right
up.
to say that.
Hear me out though, respectfully.
She does.
I could see why men be frustrated because I'm ready to pull my hair out because you did not give a concise answer. They asked you 15 million times, can you give me an example of a job? And you answered it every butcher way but the question.
There's no ideal. There's no ideal specific job. It's the person. Your job can change at any moment.
Just
and the
right,
person
yeah.
that gave the answer,
So
you
I-
couldn't even give me creativity in your answer.
Me and she does not speak for all women. I think with time and age and maturity, because that's how the older people say mature, she'll get it. But at this big age, if you gonna miss out on a good man because he drives a truck, and then respectfully, men are very direct. So if you want a question to be asked, or if you want a specific answer, then you need to frame your question that way.
Right.
If you want to get picked, sell yourself a little bit better.
No, I understand. I'm just trying to, I'm not a man, but just from what I've experienced with men, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, y'all are very direct. So if you want a certain answer, you need to ask it a certain way. And when you say something as vague as that, you're not going to reap the response that you're wanting. I will say you are doing yourself a disservice, and you could potentially be missing out on a whole bunch of men, because he could be a creative and the man could have 2 cents to his name. He could be a truck driver and have about $50,000 in the bank. So I would just say, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt because you still are young and you have a lot of
So the cash
growing to do.
determines the value of the man?
No, but as it relates to occupation, that's what you're implying. That I want a man who could be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur implies that he has a certain amount of capital.
mindset than
Hear me out. Hear me out, though.
I feel
think-
like we've been hearing you out, and on her end, as a 23-year-old, if that doesn't comply with what she wants to engage with, and maybe she might not feel engaged with somebody who's older or who's doing that, then she has the right to just say, hey, that just was a little bit too boring for me.
That's not the point. Everybody has the right to pick and choose what man they want. Just like the sister said here, you need to frame your question how the answer you want to hear, the answer that you desire. What do you do for a living? I drive trucks. Okay, so how do you reframe that actual question? What is your occupation that you do? What are some of the things that you like and don't like about your job also? I'm just curious. Now, I know I kind of framed it a different way, but that's the point I'm trying to make. You frame your question a different way to get a different response to what you're looking for, to have more layers to the answer that you're looking for. If you ask just like you said, if you ask a question, men are direct. Yes, men are direct. We're going to give you a direct, straightforward answer. Hey, what time is it? It's 5:45. That was a direct answer. Man, I expect him to say what time it was, and also I expected him to say to tell me what's the best time to check out this particular movie. That's not what you asked. You asked him what time it was, right? So you got to reframe. I agree with the sister. You got to reframe your goddamn question.
And you sat here earlier and said that everyone deserves to have their own preference, and I prefer a man that I can partner with as a creative and create the life that we're going to create and build together.
All right, she's 23, she's young, she wants a content creator. She, just like you said, mature is going to hit her upside the head. All right? Content creators? Come on, man.
This is my qualm with this, right? You don't got no plan. Like, you're not giving us nothing concise to go off.
None of you guys
hold
are
on,
the men
hold on. I have
in
not
question.
talked this whole time, and you're gonna cut me off. So you can't effectively talk and listen at the same time. So that means
you can't multitask.
Oh,
said
girl,
that who don't
quiet.
listen.
Go ahead, Jay.
Silence. Let the man
Everybody
talk.
say that.
Bars.
Say that who
He was
listen.
respectful.
Bars.
I missed what he said. I
Age
missed what he said. Hold on.
He has a certain amount of
More
capital.
so mindset than
Hear me out.
more so
Hear me out.
mindset.
Hear me out, though.
I feel
think-
like we've been hearing you out, and on her end, as a 23-year-old, if that doesn't comply with what she wants to engage with, and
These topics are very dope, by the way. I love how she just... Kudos to Arlette, bro. Kudos and your husband.
maybe she might not feel engaged
Chef's
with somebody
kiss.
who's older or who's doing that, then she has the right to just say, hey, that just was a little bit too boring for me.
And
As
you
a
sat here
23-year-old.
earlier and said that everyone deserves to have their own preference, and I prefer a man that I can partner with as a creative and create the life that we're going to create and build together.
This is my qualm with this, right? You don't got no plan. Like, you're not giving us nothing concise to go off.
None of you guys are the men
Hold on.
in
I have not
question.
talked this whole time, and you're gonna cut me off. So you can't effectively talk and listen at the same time. So that means
you can't multitask.
everybody says that who don't listen.
Go ahead, Jay. We hearing you.
Everybody say that who listen
kidding.
bars. Everybody say that who listens to reply and not understand.
Thank you.
Right? So
everybody says that listen to reply. She listened to respond, not to understand. She young, 23, completely ignorant. Completely just wet behind the ears, breast metal like Similac, talking about she looking for a content creator or creative. Girl, you don't go just read a book somewhere.
You don't have a plan. Like if I'm trying to court you, if I'm trying to date you, what does a creative look like? Because I have a lot of creative minds. I do Uber and Lyft. I have so many conversations with so many people. I could put a video up here. We could have a podcast, a vlog. So yeah, we could do a creative thing like that. You could roll with me. You know what I'm saying? And then we could do that.
want to add.
So I just need some kind of, as men, we need a platform. Now, if you're not feeling them, say that.
That was it. I wasn't feeling it.
But you never said that. So if you had came out and said, you know what, you were kind of bland when you said that.
You were boring. I said that.
Exactly. So it's not the truck driving. It's just, you know what, I would have it.
If you watched the whole episode and not just the edited clip, you would see that I said with no context.
I'm going off what you just said right now.
I said with no context and nothing else.
I'm going off what you just said right now. I'm going off what you said. You said, I want somebody who I could create with.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't give no context for that.
I'm not gonna specifically speak on like the create part. I do want to say, if she is starting from the beginning of the line and she asks, "What do you do?" and every man states some of their hobbies as well as their profession, and then she get to one guy and he said, "I just drive trucks," I don't think it's that wrong for her to say that's boring, because it's not like she didn't have other examples to go off of. So I see what everybody's saying, like, and I actually know the young lady, so I get what she means by creativity. Like, she wants her mind to be expanded. You feel me? And
there's not much thinking being done when you're driving. I mean, well, not much creativity. You can think.
I won't say that
much.
because you on a route. Truck driving is.
You was on a roll. You just keep your mouth shut. She says it's not much thinking driving trucks. You need to just keep your mouth shut and listen to understand, not listen to respond.
It's a very serious.
Goodness gracious.
It's a creative job, but I'm just saying, and like on your behalf, because truck driving is creative. I'm just saying, if everybody else say they do this, and that, and then one just say, "I just drive trucks," I don't think it's that bad to be like, "Oh, that's all." That's
I wanted to add about what she was trying to talk to you about. It wasn't trying to like come for you. It's just because she's older, she's just trying to drop a jewel in the sense that they say. It's not an attack. It's just saying maybe if you, because I get what you're saying, right? It's boring, right? But we're on the show and different. That it could be more to him. So your response is very important. The words
with that response, I didn't even want to figure out what more was to you.
Yeah, I'm not speaking on that. Everybody will come for you on the internet no matter what you say. But you individually, your response, that's what she was getting at. It may block it for a real good man there just because you think that he's boring, you know? He could have been a whole creative
A man that knows he's more than a truck driver will understand.
Every one of these gentlemen.
What is you still bringing? She don't get it. She don't get it, man. A man that's more than a truck driver. Again, truck drivers are creative. She's making it seem like they're not. Truck drivers make bank. Truck drivers are entrepreneurs as well. So all the shit that she's saying, that's what truck drivers are. I know there's going to be some truck drivers, a lot of truck drivers watching this show, and they're going to speak their mind and just blow her to smithereens, all right? I know for a fact.
Themselves. I watched every episode. All of us sold ourselves. All he said was truck driving, bro. I know about you a little bit from the show. I know about you a little bit from the show. I know about you. And I spoke personality.
I'm not speaking on that. I'm speaking on what she was saying, referencing to her.
Yes.
As far as finding somebody that could be that, because you can't judge a book by its cover. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple.
Last thing on my end, I just want to say, like, not everybody's on the same track. And I think that's where I'm coming in to defend, because I'm just like, you know, she's 23. Your strategy, you might be thinking about marriage. She might just be, wanting to continue. And I didn't watch her whole. I didn't watch her
I'm
whole
getting married.
episode.
I'm talking about building a life. I'm thinking about
Okay.
marriage.
Okay.
All it was, well, basically what I'm saying, it was love. It wasn't no attack. It was, she was looking out, like.
You can be entitled to your own standards, but preferences, example, standard would be, I don't allow men who cheat. Preference, I need a man who's 6 feet. Y'all do the math. I don't got nothing else to say about that. And I'm interested to see what the folks gonna say when they see this. It's not the same.
All my life, my opinion has held a lot of weight. So all it is my opinion, and everybody's letting it hold as much weight as it obviously does. And I'm not gonna be with that man. He was boring. I said what I said. You ain't driving the truck around here. So park the whip or flip it somewhere else. Cause it's boring. I'm over it. The conversation is still boring. The men are still gonna come that are not boring and are creative, because I'm gonna create some beautiful things and they're gonna come creative with me. Period.
Okay.
Our next topic that we're going to go over is actually
next topic.
Couples that ended up matching on the show, and their catch-up was one of the most talked about catch-ups. Let's go ahead and see why. Let's take a look.
I believe it. We had kind of like went over like what the ideal first date would be in the episode.
Yeah.
On episode 4.
If you were to go ahead and take her out on a date, where would you take her? What would be your first date?
To be honest, it's like a rooftop. I'm big on like sunset type of views, but it's a nice restaurant. I believe it's called like Pamela or something like that. They got like nice fire pits, and the food there is really nice. So, type of vibe.
Did you guys go to a rooftop?
We did not go to a rooftop.
Y'all should have brought her on the show.
What was the first date? Where'd you guys end up going?
So we went to a movie. He turns up the music on a Bluetooth speaker that's sitting in the middle console.
Forgot about that.
Of where we are. Like
I'm saying.
a Bluetooth speaker, a big box Bluetooth speaker,
You know
the
what
big
I'm saying?
one,
Hey, gotta do what you gotta do.
the real big
You know
one.
what I'm saying?
Like, don't try to do me. Like, it was AMC theater. We had chicken strips that was warmed up in a microwave. And I'm not trying to be funny. I have no issues with eating chicken strips. That's not the point. My point is,
Hey, my fault you
it's
chose
just be
chicken
honest.
strips. Nah, see that shit. I told you. The fact that she's saying that it was uncomfortable or wasn't what she expected, that was the time for her to make her exit, right? But what she chose to do, sit and watch that movie. Sit and eat the chicken tenders. Okay, then. Let's be real, right? That's what you said. Let's be real, right? Hey, now.
Let's be real, right?
Let's talk about it.
So it's my first question. You got that stereo fixed yet?
Nah, I don't know. Listen, keep it real. I am who I am.
There's that Bluetooth speaker.
Okay. And then I think the question that was coming up a lot was like a rooftop. Isn't that just a restaurant? Like, what did scheduling have to do with going to a rooftop?
So that was the biggest thing for me. Like, I ain't gonna lie, because I thought, like, in the question that you asked, how you phrased it, I thought that you said, like, where I typically like to take other females. I see now that you said where I like to take her. And it's still typically, because I didn't say I was gonna take her there. But rooftop became an issue because of, one, transportation and time. Like, I tried to go to, I don't forget the name of the rooftop, but also I mentioned Pamela. That's not even a rooftop, it's just a nicer restaurant. I tried both of those before we came to an agreement on AMC. Like, she didn't have a problem with it. When we were one-on-one, the stuff she was telling me was totally different than the stuff in the interview, you know what I'm saying? So I know a bunch of people that go to AMC, you know what I'm saying? I didn't choose them chicken strips, she did. I chose something better, so that's
So
all
is
right.
it like the time slots, they didn't have reservation spots? Or I guess I'm trying to understand what was preventing you guys from going to a restaurant.
It's basically her availability. Like, she lives across town, a good 30-minute commute, but it was more than 30 minutes. I'll just put it at 30 minutes, but I'm picking her up. I don't mind, but I'm not gonna just work around her time. I'm a man, I have a bunch of stuff that I'm involved in that I'm doing, and I'm gonna communicate it. So if I feel like you're not trying to meet me halfway, we're just gonna make it, it's gonna make it work, it's gonna be what it is. Like, I'm not gonna stress about it. And that's, I'm gonna be real during the interaction, one-on-one.
Okay. So the movies was like near her, I'm guessing. You said she's a little bit further away, so it was just
Yeah, it was definitely on her side, because we ain't finna come to her side and then go back to a different side. Okay. Okay. But yeah, it was just more convenient in an overall view for as far as time and just different stuff that she's doing. She's in photography. She does different stuff as far as with school dropping, like with kids, so we try to make it work, So.
Yeah. And I don't know if all the matches that came after you got a rolling joke going on, but it seems like everybody's going to rooftop now after they match.
Hey, because what's up with that, man? Like, did we set the tone or something like that?
You didn't even go.
But still, we talked about it. It can still be a tone set. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't my fault we ain't go. So, what's your point?
Okay. And so, to open up to everyone else, like, how do you guys think, from what you saw from the catch-up, do you think she was wrong for coming out and saying those things about the date?
No, and respectfully, if you're going to take a woman on a first date, a movies would not be the first thing to do. You want to do something interactive. Y'all can have some dialogue. I got to side with my good sis on this one because ain't no way. A movie date is something you do when you're established or you've been on a couple dates.
Right.
And chicken tender, sir, if he wanted to, he would to an extent. If you really wanted to take her to that rooftop, you could have.
Did you order for her?
Thank you. She ordered talking about her out there for her, but she ain't share how we had to freaking make a whole plan.
He said he didn't want to, so he didn't.
I mean, if
He said she wasn't.
Listen, if she ain't at the party, and that's it. If she ain't rooftop, that's what she ain't rooftop. Is this that?
Simple. I'm just say I appreciate your effort.
Okay.
How you gonna say men pursue, then say, well, she can't meet me halfway?
She didn't.
Because it's preference at the end of the day. That's what we've been talking about the whole episode. That's your preference. When you responded just now, that was your preference. That was her preference. She should have stated that as soon as she opened the door and seen my Bluetooth speakers. It's that simple because she gave me a chance.
Yes,
But then like one-on-one, if we're talking a certain way, then we get in an interview and you're trying to embarrass me. Like, what is that? No, she was trying to. It didn't work.
During that?
Just that's the only thing that she tried to talk about my speaker, right? She tried to embarrass me. I mean, it's other shit she said too. I'm not even gonna comment on. She came from me in a lot of different things, right? But the Bluetooth speaker was the one thing.
Y'all should have brought her on the show. If y'all was gonna talk about him in the follow up, y'all should have brought her on the show to give her a side. I know that they've been on other episodes, especially the follow-up, but y'all should have brought her on the show to give her a side.
I had this shit in my car. I'm being real.
I
pulled up with it,
In your interview, you said everything and kept it so real, and you gave reasons why you had the Bluetooth speaker. You gave the backstory for everything. You still went to her side. You still did everything that you could.
Paid for the date, everything. She didn't pay for nothing, y'all, at all.
And dudes is trying to go 50-50 now. You didn't even say that. So, I mean, I appreciate your effort.
So, anyone have any final words, any final thoughts?
I want to say congratulations to you and your husband on the growth of this show. That's amazing.
Yes. Huge congratulations. And thank you to the team, the producers. I'm new here. I don't know about everybody else, but everything's been extremely interesting.
And I want all the ladies to smell my perfume before we leave.
But you made it?
I made it, yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, I made it. I got it right here.
Oh, she's bringing her up.
I'm so excited.
Okay, come on, Marcus.
It's a cute little package with everything.
That's really pretty.
There you go.
I'm excited. Oh,
Very creative, okay?
Oh, she's bringing it up.
I can't smell that. The viewers can't smell that.
So it's
the
all
hell?
like natural,
But that's a good marketing thing, though.
ingredients and everything because I don't like alcohol. It's all natural ingredients because I don't like alcohol, and a lot of my friends have like eczema or sensitive skin and things like that. So I'm excited for it to go on the shelves.
Is anyone else? Any final words?
Product
final
placement.
thoughts?
That's what's
I'll
up.
say something.
Yeah.
One of the qualms that I have, I like that you like to use that word qualm.
Hold on. I know what he about to say. I think he gonna say something about, I came on here to find love. I didn't come on here to sell my products or sell my social media or sell what I'm selling. I came on here to truly, genuinely find love. That's what he probably gonna say, but we'll see.
A lot of the women who have matched, there's a kind of a continuity of the similar story. None of them are receptive to the effort that any of the men are putting into trying to go on dates, trying to have conversations. They're not willing to listen. They're not willing. So it does come off.
Effort matters.
It seems like there's ulterior motives to being on here, and I wanted this show to end well, but in that kind of situation where we're now having to promote a perfume, it feels like a disservice to the show, and it feels always like a disservice whenever people come in with ill intentions or you're not sure what the intentions are altogether, because if we say we're going to do something, if we come on the show, we have good intentions, then we need to see it through. one date is anyone can go on a date. If I'm willing to fly somewhere, there should at least be there should be honor in that decision. So I think that maybe that's a lesson for the people who want to join the show moving on to the next season. There are people here who have true intentions. There are people here who are searching for something. And I think that we have to stay true to that altogether. So I mean, shouting out Instagrams, tagging this person, not tagging that person, those aren't conversations that we need to have when we're talking about finding love. We need to be concise and we need to be certain of what we're looking for, and we need to play the game properly.
Told you he was going to talk about that.
And so
I told you.
There shouldn't be any need to tear people down. There shouldn't be any need to this going back and forth. It serves no purpose. But I understand the conversation. But we can have disagreements and still be civil. All of us here,
I agree.
We've said hello to each other. We're all civil.
Right.
These are just opinions.
Yeah. Exactly.
No one should be right. No one should be wrong. Everyone should be entitled to their opinion. So I just wanted to make sure that was said out loud. And I hope you guys
I
all
got something I
agree.
want to add. Cameron, if you could zoom in, please. Gracias. Although I ain't no auntie, but if you got an uncle, a father, hell, even a grandpa, tell them come see about me. And on a for real too, to all my ladies who consider themselves to be curvier or heavier or plus size, mid-size, whatever, please don't let what people say about you on the internet or so forth or the things you see discourage you from dating. Y'all, they love us anyway. Exactly. On the camera and off, but they try to act like they don't. But that's all I wanted to say. But yeah.
I definitely got something to add to that. I saw comments and stuff on there, like it's like a little war going on between the men and the women. I know that BM and Arlette are definitely not on here to do that. Just because they're getting the tea on the dates and different stuff that happens, it doesn't mean there has to be a war that, like he was saying, has to be thrown shade. It's basically just to see, like, it's really two different types of people in the world. You got people that really are for the material and like to be seen and like, you know, everybody likes what they like, and you got people that are really just real and genuine, don't really care about all that extra stuff. So, you know, just distinguish between what you want and, like he said, know what you want, you know, when first coming in, because that's crucial.
I would not like to leave y'all truck drivers with a bad taste in y'all mouth about
Okay.
me. First things first, I respect any man who's working, period. Regardless of how you're working. You might not be compatible for every woman, but it's respected. It might be boring to some, it might be exciting to some, but they're entitled to that. We respect you working. It's just not for everybody.
Thank you for that.
All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for coming on. You know, it was nice to hear everyone's opinions, you know, hear your thoughts, see how, you know, these segments and catch-up videos and all this stuff resonated with everyone. It is nice to hear from those different opinions. Season 1 was fantastic. We had a lot of amazing moments. You know, people got to find matches. Some people went on dates. Some people didn't. But season 2, if you come on this show, you do have to go on that date. And we will do those follow-ups and catch-ups to see how everything's going.
That's what's up. I love that.
Tuning in, and we will catch you all. Bye.
I love that. You already know what it is, man. Listen, real quick, I'm going to do my little outro. This is the longest I've ever recorded a video on my channel, man. And Arlette brought me out of doing this over 2 hours. So if you are in, or if you have made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you for rocking with me for over 2 hours to give my genuine reaction to the Arlette reunion of season 1 on Pop the Balloon or Find Love. I will say this real quick before I wrap it up. The contestants on the show, for the most part, I would say there really was no growth. It was mostly like, I said what I said, I stand by what I said type shit. Despite of the comments and people reacting to what they said in contrary, right, to how they were acting on the show, they still basically doubled down on what they said for the most part, right? So there really was no growth. Pretty much people agreed to disagree. But at the end of the day, shout out to Arlette. Incredible concept, incredible show. People are going to continue to bite this because this is the standard of the Pop the Balloon or Find Love show. People are going to copy the hell out of this format and do their own reunion of their season of their show because you set the standard, right? So kudos to you. Netflix, whoever, Hulu, pick this show up. Hope this show goes on, some kind of digital streaming platform. And y'all get a real big deal out of this, man. But I see big things coming for y'all and look forward to the next episode because y'all set the standard. So those are my thoughts on that, family. Leave your comments down below. Like I said, if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. Till next time, signing out. Peace.